So the Kenya Kwanza government is incredibly shaken and irritated by the BBC's tremendously damning expose. The Blood Parliament and Ruto's brigade has now regrouped and deployed the state's propaganda machine, and they are now flooding the internet with malignant memes and hashtags against Boniface Mwangi and Hanifa, saying that these two guys were paid to do the interview. Now listen, my brothers and sisters, if anyone was paid to do some interview, it is Kimani Ichung'wah, not Boniface, not Hanifa. We are Kenyans. I was here and I saw what happened. We all know that Boniface Mwangi and Hanifa were among the people that were in the front line of the campaign. They are in fact survivors of the bloodbath. These are people that should have been shot in the protests, but by the grace of God, they survived. And now that the BBC took them and interviewed them on what exactly the claimer was about, what exactly happened, because they were on the ground, they saw everything that happened, they are the eyewitnesses. So how can the government say that these guys were paid to do the interview? They deserve to be in the interview, because if anyone saw what happened, it is these guys. So this stupid gimmick that the government is doing now, and these stupid beams that they're creating and saying that these two guys were paid, it's absurd. It's incredibly childish. We all know what happened, right? So yes, if anyone was paid to do some interview, it is Kimani Ichung'wah. That guy lied in broad daylight. He lied before the whole world. He was actually looking stupid in the interview. How do you lie about things that are out in the public? Everyone was recording these events. The media is, the Gen Z's recorded these events, and it's all over social media. People know what exactly happened. And we know the events that preceded the Gen Z protests and what happened right after, the abductions and everything. So this guy lying to the whole world, it was actually looking diabolical. It was actually diabolical. Okay? So Ruto's government right now is planning to revoke BBC's license, and one of his allies, Kaluma, I don't know, is Kisumu MP member of parliament, or Kisumu member of parliament, or which constituency, but Kaluma just came out and said that he wants BBC's license cancelled for the gross violation of I don't know what law. Okay, because did BBC lie about these events? What is this gross violation that he's talking about? So he's saying the BBC is inciting violence and is lying about the involvement of the KDF in the killing or the killing of the innocent Gen Zs during the protests, which actually is true, and we saw that. We saw what happened. So it's not the BBC saying, it is something that is out there. The BBC didn't have their cameras here in Kenya. They didn't record anything. The events that they put in the documentary are the events that were recorded by Kenyans themselves and uploaded on the social media. So it is something that is out there. It is not even the BBC. So this guy is saying, this guy is saying that the BBC should be cancelled, their license should be revoked. And this is my question. Just a few days ago, actually just 1 week ago, a German media platform exposed the organ trafficking scheme happening in Eldoret. We are Kenyans. We have our media platforms, the mainstream and the social media, but the social media doesn't have the power or capacity to investigate some of these things. But we have our mainstream media here. None of these people ever detected this syndicate, this diabolical organ trafficking scheme going on in Adelaide. And the DW, the German media platform, came in. They didn't even come to the country. They just put out the investigative report out. The people saw it, and now the government is taking action, and they're acting so fast and so quick, pretending like they never knew. So how can we have an intelligence institution? We have the NIS, National Intelligence Service. What are they doing when human trafficking and organ trafficking is happening in this country and they cannot detect it, but foreign, medias are seeing these things from Germany. So the government of Germany or Germany media platform can see something that is happening in Kenya. They can detect and investigate something happening in the country, but our own NIS couldn't detect this. Our own media couldn't detect this. So that was a good thing that the DW did, and the government didn't say a word. Okay, they should have actually paid that media for exposing that kind of rot. They didn't pay them. They didn't even appreciate them. But now another media platform comes in, a foreign media, does investigation, and this is something that is actually more open because it was out in the public. Everyone saw what happened, and we all know what happened. So they did the investigation. They are putting out this film, the damning blood parliament, and now the government is saying that they should be revoked. For what exactly? This is even more, open and transparent and evident than the DW report on the organ trafficking. So anyway, they're saying that they're gonna revoke the BBC. I don't know if they have that capacity to begin with. Okay, but whatever will happen, whatever will happen, I'll be watching and I'll be reporting. And also, they actually stopped the screening of the documentary in the Kenyan cinemas and theaters. Okay, because it should have been there was that prior notification that this documentary will be screened in the theaters and the cinemas, but the Kenyan government stopped it. They actually cancelled it. It won't be shown because of the sensitivity of the documentary. I don't know, but whatever it is, they just stopped the screening, and you guys won't see it on your cinemas and in the theaters because that's the government that we have. A government that can't take criticism, a government that will shoot dissidents to the grave. So exactly, that's what's up. But I'll be watching. So yeah, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share, follow, and subscribe.